do you often see the lowest hanging fruit when you first step into an organization and say, we want to run RCM Blitz on your equipment? Where's the most common low hanging fruit?
Probably the RCM that I've done the most is compressed air. It doesn't even matter where the company is. The further south you go, the more they abuse their compressed air systems because they don't have to worry about it freezing up, right? They get enough warm weather that even with equipment outside, their air is wet and it's dirty and it's impacting all their instruments, right? And they're seeing all kinds of failures of solenoid valves sticking, and they're going, oh yeah, we have solenoids fail. That's once every 2-3 weeks. I look at them and I go, what? I said, you shouldn't have a solenoid failure for years, right? It's just a little shuttle that goes back and forth. I said, your air must be filthy, and they'll giggle. They go, come over here and look at this, and they'll open a tri-valve, and the first thing that comes out is water instead of air. So that's really, in most places, when we talked about the low-hanging fruit, let's start there. And I've, in fact, gotten to the point where I say, I really should just sell an RCM on compressed air systems because they're pretty much all the same, right?
All right.
Tell companies, here's a free win for you. Go ahead and take it.
All right. So that's it sounds like easiest, lowest hanging fruit, compressed air. Do you have like a 2 and a number 3 as well,
Sure.
Doug?
Probably a number 2 would be their most critical manufacturing asset, right? So whatever product they're making, they generally, most companies are fighting fires with that machine, and they will have, again, a component replacement type of culture where they don't think about why things fail. In terms of number 3 and low-hanging fruit, it wouldn't be an RCM, it would be inventory. Companies almost have the reverse of what they need in terms of inventory because they've gotten hung up on this term called turns. And in reality, what they need is what's critical, right? And risk is involved in that. That's one of the few places that I consider risk is in spare parts. In terms of doing maintenance, I think risk doesn't have much to play there, and have gotten in nice discussions with lots of people at conferences about that because that's been a big word recently. Yeah, it would be what they carry for inventory and understanding obsolescence, right? They want to carry, I go into stock rooms and I see chains and sprockets and belts and shivs, and I go, what do you have that stuff for? You can get that, at any supplier within an hour from here, right? But you don't have the IO card for your critical asset here, right? Why don't you have that? Well, because it doesn't turn in inventory. And when's the last time you looked to try to buy it? And they look at you. I said, you might want to look to see if you can even buy one anymore. And they'll come back to me the next day and they go, you were right. We can't get one. I said, so now where are you going to get it? Right? Start looking on eBay first. But when you bid on it, don't be surprised that the price goes up.
Yeah.
Right.
That's really good feedback here, Doug. So to all of our listeners, compressed air, number 1, number 2 is your most critical asset. Number 3 is inventory. Really good places to start.